Hi gang, Rob here. It's the afternoon of 14 October 2019. Bringing you today the second in a series of 3 videos from my recent visit to KnivesShipFree.com in Chattanooga, Tennessee. No longer Escanaba, Michigan. Yeah, a year and a half ago, the week Derek Bone left us, KnivesShipFree was in the process of moving to Chattanooga, and this was my first opportunity to go visit the new digs. And while I was there, it just so happened fortuitously that LT Wright, knife maker from Ohio, and his wife Elaine also stopped in at KnivesShipFree. They were on their way to a gathering in Georgia, and they happened to be there the same day I did. So, in order to do right by you guys, my viewers, I thought we better take a little bit of video with LT and a couple of his newer offerings in the LT Wright knives catalog. So we're going to take a look now at a few minutes with LT Wright and Jay Rouch of KnivesShipFree, kind of explaining these two models and their use and their genesis. So enjoy. Hey guys, we're in the office of Jessica Parks. It's sort of Jay's office, but really it's more Jessica's office, who's gone home for the day. We're just sort of here hanging out after hours with Jay and LT Wright, and I wanted to have them talk to you guys about a couple knives that have been developed by communications between them, and they're sort of new to the market, and I think Jay and LT are both pretty excited about these knives. What do we got, guys?
So here we got the Rogue River, which originally was brought up by Derek and LT, and the blade shape has kind of evolved over the years, which is great, and it's turned into this really nice looking, just sleek belly right here. It's just perfect. We've got 2 different grinds. We've got the full Scandi, and then this convex that with a secondary bevel that really just shines when you cut wood. And maybe you can talk a little bit about how that blade shape ended up the way it was.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Derek had, years ago, we were talking about a knife and he wanted to get an exclusive. And he really liked some aspects of some other knives, so we talked about them. I said, all right, let me get a prototype together. I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do handle-wise, length-wise, and was really happy with just enough handle for the hand on this particular knife, giving a whole different feel to the knife overall. Doing a full contour front to back, and then adding the thumb scallops for different grips or even pinch points when you're working on stuff. And that's kind of where this came together. The blade shape being not a spear point, which is, you know, as the bushcraft, a lot of guys love that spear point, but giving a little bit of just a bit of a drop shape and getting like an overall run of this knife. Still giving you the squared off spine so you have all that good sharp edge to hit your ferro rods or your bark or anything on. But overall, man, this is such a great size knife, good size, feels comfortable in multiple grips no matter how you're holding it. It's just a overall great knife. And in 3V, Scandi, I mean, man, being in the woods, that's about it, isn't it?
There's not a lot.
I'm loving that. Now, I'm an A2 fan. I got to admit, I love my personal knife is A2, and that in convex is a great piece.
So what is that blade? Just a little over 3.5?
Yeah, it's probably just under 4.
Just under 4 inches? And just great visual tension between blade and handle.
So we're starting with the 1/8 inch stock on it, whether it's in 3V or in the A2.
So not overly thick.
No. It's that sweet spot. I think 1/8 is
Right.
really in that sweet spot.
And then this, boy, I'll tell you that convex grind.
I just saw a smile come across your face. You really light up on the convex, huh?
I kind of appreciate them. Not only is it stunning to look at, which doesn't hurt when you're selling knives on the internet, just the way that it works in wood is just so cool.
And as with all knives, I mean, the complete package. You know, you're getting a really great sheath with this. You got a place for your ferro rod. You got open grommets. Basically, what we're doing is JRE is making us a sheath. We get them. This is like an 8-ounce double dyed leather. This is double sewn. You know, hollow rivets, the fire steel loop. What a dangler! I mean, if you like having a dangler, when you're one of those guys, when you put it on your hip and you have your backpack on, your strap usually goes about right here. Well, that allows you to still access your knife.
Absolutely.
But if you're one of those guys who enjoy to wear it up high on your hip because you're a hunter, you want it tucked up under your hunting coat so it's always there for you, this sheath gives you both of those options. I mean, what a great setup just all the way around on with a great knife and a sheath like that.
But, you know, it's kind of an archaic material, that leather. Nobody likes that, do they?
Oh man, we saw tons of those. What a great package all the way.
I think it's interesting how leather's making a comeback.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the Rogue River, what an absolutely great. The thing is, you can go from full bushcraft, you know, woodcraft, field dressing. I mean, just straight on to, hey, we do this in a flat grind and make a great kitchen knife, wouldn't it? Personal steak knife, you name it.
Yeah. Pretty cool stuff. And then we got another one over here hiding out.
Oh yeah, this was Jay and I were talking one day. We were talking about, hey, what do you got, and where's the niche that you'd like to fill? And he kind of gave me some parameters, and I said, well, I have something we've been making off and on. You might be interested in. So I put one together and I sent it down to him, and I'll let him give you his thoughts on it when he received it.
So the switchback.
I just have to give a disclaimer before you start talking. For all you bushcrafters out there, just understand, this is not a bushcraft knife, because you've taught us well. We know that bushcraft knives can never be clip points. So this is obviously something else. Everybody take a breath. Okay, go ahead, Jay.
So I was saying that we still needed a full tang, all the bells and whistles of a bigger knife, but these ultralight backpacking guys still want a great knife that doesn't weigh hardly anything.
Right.
And the problem with all those super light knives is the handles are always so thin and just uncomfortable. And I was saying, if we could get a full handle with some nice swell in it, full tang, nice blade with a Scandi grind, that's what my guys are looking for. He said, I think I have something for you. He sent me one, and it was perfect. And everyone who has taken this out and tried it has just completely loved it.
And the trade-off, you could put some more meat in the handle because of the weight savings you get by clipping that point.
There you go.
That's brilliant. I love that.
Well, I knew you guys already thought of that. I just thought
But yeah, everyone has raved about it, and it's one of my favorites. I mean,
all kidding aside, it's a pretty cool little knife.
you can throw this in the pack, and it just disappears. It's one of those things that I don't even wear it. I throw it in the backpack, and it's just my go-to. But at the same time, it's so light that I really doubt you would feel it much. It's just one of those that's
Right.
going to be there. It doesn't bang around a lot. It's just so light.
Yeah, I mean, this would definitely make an EDC. You know, this
Absolutely.
It's a
That-
good sized knife. It virtually disappears. It's not that big tied off knife that's you know, you go into the Walmart or what at your local store and it's tied to your leg.
Mm-hmm.
This one disappears right on your hip. People don't get upset by it, but it's big enough to do tons of tasks, whether you're field dressing game, whether you're doing bushcraft stuff. What a great size. I'm really glad that you liked it because I like building it. So
And the blade steel on this one is A2, is that correct?
This is A2 right now. We're going to
Okay.
get them in 3V, and I think they're going to go really well.
As most of LT's knives do.
Yeah, and I do want to thank you guys for letting us come down this weekend. It was really cool. Got to see Jay in the shop. What a storefront! If you guys haven't been by to see the shop, it's worth the trip.
Because everybody needs to visit Chattanooga anyway.
For sure. Stop on by. We got a lot of sharp things to show you. Whole warehouse full. If I don't have it in the storefront, we'll come get it.
So just so you know, when you get off I-75 at exit 11, make sure you're watching like a hawk for the very discreet KnivesShipFree sign. Because if you go about a half a mile too far, you're going to fall into the land of darkness, known as Frost Cutlery.
Which they have a lot of knives down there.
They have a lot of knives down there, and they're great people.
They are great people.
But they're not the best place to buy knives, period.
Back up, turn on around, come back
Exactly.
and see us. We've got some sharp things for you.
Absolutely. Expensive sharp things.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
This guy starts at $145.
No way.
$145 for a full tang Scandi
Lifetime warranty, killer
handmade
sheath.
knife.
Right on.
I know this is a small thing, but I think it's kind of an LT Wright trademark. There are two things. First of all, notice how the hafting is interrupted at the end of the handle for that extremely sharp 90-degree spine. That's an LT Wright trademark. And this is the thing, I just think it's cool. I love the rivets. They're just beautiful. What's the core of those? Is it aluminum core?
Not stainless.
It's
Those
stainless
are
core.
the Loveless style bolts.
Okay.
We call them fish eyes at the shop. So it's a brass nut and it's an actual stainless bolt.
So it's like a Corby almost.
Corby's the
Better than a Corby.
Better than a
because
Corby.
this is actually a mechanical fastening where those brass nuts are going over that stainless steel thread.
Oh.
And as you pull it
Yeah,
together,
those are threaded bolts.
yeah,
Right.
and then they're sheared off. They're never coming off of there.
Then we use a marine grade epoxy on top of that to keep it all together.
Okay, I'm glad I mentioned that because I assumed those were aluminum core rivets
Yeah, no.
that were
So those handles
Peen.
are actually screwed onto the blade.
but
Or
they give
bolted on, I guess.
they give it such a distinctive appearance too. Not only is it a great fastener, but you kind of know what knife you're looking at when you see
Oh, yeah.
those. Very, very cool stuff. So how are you guys doing as a company, LT?
Oh, we're doing great. I'm a
Growing?
blessed guy. Yep, we're growing. We're selling more knives every year. Get to design some new stuff coming out.
And how big's the crew nowadays?
I think we have 12 total right now. Is that right, Lane?
Guys in the shop.
Guys in the shop, 9?
No, 12.
12. Okay, so
There's
yeah.
3 guys working in your shop you didn't even know.
I apparently,
So 3 girls.
well, 3 girls.
Girl, all right.
Yep.
Apparently, I need to be talking to Elaine right now.
She is the accountant. She's the numbers lady. So yeah, I just put some knives in the grinders.
But life is good. You guys are blessed, and you're bringing to market some awesome cutlery.
Well, thank you for that.
Thanks
we
for-
love working with Jay and the guys down here.
Yeah,
Man, I'm having a great afternoon. This place is cool.
I know it is cool. All right. Well, thanks for the tour around these new models, guys. Appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It's always neat to be able to sort of crawl inside the minds of guys who conceive of and bring to fruition the cutlery that we love so much. And a pretty special opportunity to be in the same room with LT Wright and Jay Rouch, because I think it gives us a little bit of a peek into the relationship between the retailer and the knife maker. You know, a lot of times knives develop because of the feedback that we as users and collectors give retailers, and it works its way sort of back upstream to the maker. So old models get revised, new models get created based on the wants, desires, and needs of the community which uses those products. And I think this video gave you a little bit of a look into how that happens, and it certainly does. It's a very good thing about the information age and the active nature by which the knife community shares information among each other and upstream all the way to the maker. So pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for video number 3 from my KnivesShipFree visit that will be basically a tour of the new facility and a lot of talk with Jay Rouch. I think you're going to be impressed, both with the new facility and with Jay. Stay tuned for that one. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. And remember, the word is sharp.